What is good, guys? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's going on with the overall market, what's going on with Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers, what the news is saying about the economic calendar, what's going on with the news affecting Tesla. But before I break anything down about what's going on with the markets during this pre-market update video, let me just mention a couple of things. I am firstly not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull, the link down below, and deposit any amount of money into the account, you are guaranteed up to 6 free stocks. If you deposit $500 or more, you're guaranteed 20 free stocks plus 6 months of level 2 data. If putting in $25,000 or more, you're guaranteed you 70 free stocks plus 12 months of level 2 data. This offer ends in just about 7 days from now, so check it out before they run out. Anyways, let's break down what's going on with the market and Tesla. I first want to talk about the news that's coming out, at least for the whole market. That was some interesting stuff. Don't forget that for tomorrow, we have CPI coming out for Tuesday. And then for Wednesday, we have the Fed coming out with Jerome Powell giving a speech at the FOMC meeting and the rate hike decision. So we have some massive days coming out, 2 in a row, Tuesday and Wednesday, CPI and then FOMC. On top of that, we're seeing some new news coming out right over here that the holiday season is kicking out, and we're starting to see some offers out there to take Macy's private. That's going to be very interesting to see if they do accept this, and we'll see what happens with that. There could be a closure if that ends up being the case. We have some more earnings coming out. We have Oracle after the bell on Monday. We have Adobe on Wednesday, Costco on Thursday. Friday, we have something else, some restaurants coming out, nothing too crazy. The hybrids are getting a lot more attention right now as we're starting to see, Toyota already hopped into the hybrid hype and the transition, at least during this time. And we're starting to see basically like Ford being open to also joining in. Honda also has joined in as well, and this is going to be interesting to see, at least temporarily, because I do believe longer term they're going to transition back to EV. But looking at the current circumstances and the current macroeconomic factors, I mean, we're starting to see this transition at least just temporarily amongst some of these companies. And then for other pieces of news, Google's considering making using AI to create a mosaic of users' lives using mobile data like photos and online searches. So something interesting, a little project they're working on. That's pretty much it for now when it comes to news affecting the markets. When it comes to economic data, at 11 o'clock a.m., expect some volatility as we have consumer inflationary expectations and the 3-year note auction coming out. And at 1 p.m., we have the 10-year note auction, the 3-month bill auction, all coming out. So watch and see what happens with these pieces of news. At 11 and also at 1 p.m. Eastern time, there could be some volatility. I'm not expecting it to be that crazy though. When it comes to other pieces of news, we're seeing some more news about Tesla. The Swedish strike has been labeled illegal by the German unions. So this is just continuing to become more and more dramatic. We'll see what happens with this. We're starting to see Danish funds also getting involved in this too. And there's also more news coming out. Tesla's being asked by the Nordic pension funds to respect collective bargaining. Tesla has not responded yet from what I'm looking at, but it's facing some backlash, and we're starting to see a lot of pension funds kind of hopping in and adding Tesla to their exclusion lists. We saw this happening at least in Norway, and we'll see if this happens with any other pension funds. But this is once again very important. We'll see how this affects Tesla and what the response is. We're still waiting for this. And that's pretty much it for now. I mean, the strikes, the news involving it is still, continuing to spark up, but it's nothing new. So this shouldn't really shake up Tesla that much. So what do I want to call out? I just want to mention to you guys that we're going to start off with Aapl. So Aapl is one of the biggest stocks in the world. You could see that we have a nice uptrend with this rising wedge, and we kind of gap down. But as we gap down, we're still respecting the lower trend line, and we have this gap to fill. So it's going to likely try to push up, in my opinion, and consolidate a bit going into like Wednesday. And then when not Wednesday, sorry, for Tuesday, going into Tuesday, we might see a push up and then some consolidation, and then expect a big move after CPI. CPI could push this up higher to 197 or cause a rug pull. That's going to depend on the different factors out there. But I think that for now, there could be a little push coming and then some consolidation for the markets, and we'll see what the big move is for tomorrow after that. The weekly chart on Aapl also looks bullish, to watch for that 197 target, and I think Aapl Apple could play a big role in pushing the market up. Tesla also looks bullish as this thing got a bounce off the weekly 200 EMA, and the weekly still looks bullish, so there's a good chance Tesla's going to try to go higher. But here are the two possibilities on Tesla that I am seeing. I don't think Tesla's going to collapse and see major downside now. I think it's just holding up nicely. Tesla it's starting to kind of like reject during the pre-market off this white trend line. We're basically getting tighter and tighter and tighter before a big move. So the two possibilities are either Tesla just continues to range trade like this, get tighter in the 240s, and basically range trading between 241 to about 245-ish, around there, back and forth, and a breakout later. Maybe CPI causes a breakout towards 250, or or it could even try to break out today. If it does break to the upside, you're going to be watching resistance at 245. If that breaks, there's 247. That's where we have these wicks right here. If we break above the highs we made at least in early December, then we're going to be looking for another push up for 250. So if we break 247, watch 250. If we break 245, then you have to watch 247. And for now, we're going to be watching this resistance. It's most likely going to just consolidate and then break out, or it could just break out from here. Soon, there's going to be a breakout. There's going to be a pump coming. I think most likely it's going to come soon. And I still favor the upside, but just to be safe, we'll see what happens after CPI comes out. For the QQQ, I think this is going to push up because just like Apple, I called out how it might kind of like gap down towards where the bottom of this wedge happens to be. And now if anything, we're holding it, and we're going to be looking at this like gap to fill. So we have this gap to fill at 392. If we break that, there's 393. And get above that, then we have like 394 coming. I think it's going to actually respect this and just uptrend a bit to get closer to 393. If it breaks, I'll watch 394. I think that this has some upside. I think Apple's going to play a big role in that. Another stock that can help it is Nvda. So I see some upside for the triple Q. And then finally for Nvda, I called out this blue trend line right here. See this blue line? You can see that we touched it, bounced, touched it, bounced, touched it, bounced, touched it, bounced. We're still respecting an uptrend. If you want to turn bearish on Nvidia, you want to see this thing lose basically where this wick is, this 472 area. If we reject and come below 472, you're going to turn bearish, and we're going to be expecting a move towards like 469 and below that. If we're bullish, you want to see it continue to break out, right? You want to see it get above right, this breakout area from right here. You want to see it get above 480 and push up for 482 and 485. What do I think Nvidia is going to do? Well, it's uptrending thus far very, very nicely. There's a good chance it might retest the trend line at 475, then start pushing up for 480 and eventually 482. I think 482 is coming soon. That's my price target, and we'll see how it goes from there. And we're going to just have to see what CPI causes. I still favor that CPI could cause more upside. We'll be watching to see for that on Tuesday. All right, guys, that's my general view of the markets. Hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully this gave you guys some more insights about how things are looking this pre-market. Market may push a little bit more and then see some consolidation, but a much bigger move could be coming for tomorrow as we have CPI before market open. We'll be watching for that, guys. Have a great day. Remain calm, cool, and collected, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you, and peace out.